certain individual stocks I want to talk about, but are you seeing any macro market positioning? I mean, options bets for or against the S&P 500, and if so, in what direction?
Right now, Brian, we've seen a predominance of bets against the market. That doesn't surprise anybody, I'm sure. But the size of these bets has been growing exponentially. And so right now, just yesterday, a big SPY trade, which is, of course, the spider for the S&P 500, 1/5 the size. They bought almost 20,000 puts out in September at the 370 strike, which most of us would say 380 to 385 is more or less where we would expect a very significant stoppage and a bounce for the S&P 500. Somebody wanted protection beneath that just in case, and they bought nearly 2 million share equivalent for that, Brian. So that was a big trade. Other than that, they just continue to hammer on these small caps through the IWM and expressing a bearish view through those options.
Why is everybody hating on small caps, John? I thought they were supposed to be tied to the U.S. economy, and I thought the U.S. economy, we keep being told, is strong.
Yeah, it is not gangbusters at all. And in fact, there's pretty clear signs that people are hunkering down, Brian. We've seen time and time again consumer discretionary and just regular consumer staple stocks with massive bets to the downside and warnings subsequent to that, hey, the consumer's fine, but they're just not buying as much at these prices. And the choice is, of course, the company eats that extra rather than passing it on to the consumer, which means, of course, profitability goes down. And those people want to keep their jobs, so that's not what they want. Or inflation goes up. Now, you cite that inflation number today. That is going to be very key, especially that volatile food and energy. And we talk about that a lot, you and I, especially the energy side of that. At least that's moderated for the last little bit with China being shut down. But that could be a very temporary thing, Brian.
Well, as long as you don't eat or heat or cool your home or send your kid to college or have health care bills, you're probably free of it. You're probably free of inflation. John, from an individual stock perspective, listen, Coinbase, that stock, earnings were bad, guidance was bad. The stock is down 19% right now, but it is now down more than 80%. Yeah, now down more than 80% from its $368 share level back in November. So in, what, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, it's lost over 80% of its value. You see any options activity there?
Yeah, sadly, Brian, April 21st, which isn't 5 months ago, it's more like less than 5 weeks ago, they were buying the 120 puts when the stock was 140. And you figure, okay, that's going to be a bad report probably. Well, I've rolled those puts down now 14 times. And my latest ones, I was down to the 75 puts, meaning I was taking profits, buying new ones, taking profits, buying new ones, all the way down. And now, like you say, the stock almost getting cut in half again this morning. It's just a bloodbath for that stock, the sector. You've talked about the peg not holding with some of these stable coins, at least one stable coin. I shouldn't say plural, but one stable coin.
Yeah.
And that's obviously been bad news for everybody in the space.
Listen, you're a big crypto guy, John. Obviously, this UST, this stable coin, it was down at 31 cents. It's supposed to be tied 1-to-1 to the dollar. It all kind of happened overnight. The creators, a company called Terra, they're in South Korea, and they put out some statement to CNBC, or CNBC got a statement effectively saying they're going to find a solution or a recovery soon. Not really sure what's going on. Do you have any insight into that, and what do you make of it?
Well, yeah, this was one where they basically they were giving people about a 20% return on their deposited crypto and so forth, and then they were trading that crypto to try to hold that peg at 1. Obviously, it worked for a while, and then quite obviously, again, it didn't work overall, and then the market just feasted on it, and they've driven that one down, like you say, it looks like it's going away. That one is just egg over everybody's face, including, of course, our friend Novogratz, who just got a tattoo on his arm about this one, calling himself a lunatic. I think anybody that owns it feels like a lunatic right now.
If somebody's offering you 20% guaranteed on anything, shouldn't that raise an eyebrow, John? I mean, I don't care what we're talking about, right? Farmland, gold, crypto.
Yeah, it should, Brian. But you know, sometimes greed does take over. But this is not just staking.
Yep.
This was, you know, they were trading this algorithmically to try to hold it to a buck, and I just don't know how you can do that.